Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at turning a couple of these into a couple of these. Why would you want to do that? You're asking. Basically, we're going to be making some custom tie down points that you mount to the bike, to your triple clamps. Now obviously you can go and buy tie down points, but you know, if you've got a bit of spare time and the tools and materials necessary to do these, you might want to make some for yourself. I reckon these are stronger and look better than the bought ones that we had anyway. So this video won't be for everyone, but if you do tie your bike onto a truck or trailer or whatever, quite often as we do, you know, you may want to look at getting some tie down points on your bike. So just quickly, I'll go back to the beginning of how this sort of came about. Nat actually bought some of the rounded tie down points for her bike and bolted them to her forks. She must have seen it somewhere. I'm not sure where she got the idea from, but she went ahead and did it, and I was sort of like, come on, you know, you're adding an extra 5-10 grams of weight to your bike for the sake of making it a little bit easier to tie down. It's a stupid idea, blah blah blah. Anyway, as usually ends up happening, the woman is correct in the end. They are actually pretty good. So I bought some for my bike as well, and they are great. They're a great idea. I'm not gonna lie. They save a lot of time. You know, it's just so quick to just hook your strap onto that hook rather than tying it around your forks or trying to find somewhere on your handlebar where it's not going to foul your cables and all that stuff. So yeah, it was great. But I found that the bought ones, after a while, I think they are made of hardened steel, but they started stressing a bit where the hook pulls on them. As you can see here, I didn't have a lot of faith in them lasting in the long term, so I wanted something a bit stronger. So I went poking around in my box of spare parts, as you do, and found a couple of old 22mm handlebar Barkbuster mounts. Now, not everyone's going to have these laying around, but I had heaps of them because we've bent a lot of handguards over the years and ended up just keeping the bits and pieces. So yeah, that's the first thing to do, is if you want to do this, you want to make sure you've got those bits there. As you can see in this picture here, that's what they look like. That's where they come from, of the actual Barkbusters. I think you'll find that the fat bar Barkbusters have a different mount set up, so you won't be able to use those. But yeah, these little tie down points actually fit perfectly on the KTM triple clamps. Now, I know for a fact that the later model KTMs, you're not going to be able to do this either, because I've seen that the triple clamp pinch bolts are actually on the back of the triple clamp, I believe. So there, it's not a real practical spot to put tie down points. But if your pinch bolts are on the side of your triple clamp, then you're good to go. Anyway, we'll get into it. Very easy job. All you need, you probably need a vise. If you've got a drill press, that'd be real handy. You would do a better job than what I've done. I've just used a hand drill and a small vise, a couple of drill bits, a file, some fine grade sandpaper just to tidy them up a little bit when you're done. Just a quick disclaimer too, guys, I have tested these extensively and they haven't failed me yet, but you know, there's always that chance that you know, different scenarios, different situations, you may end up with your bike on the highway. So if you're not 100% confident in your ability to make these and make them properly, then probably best to not have a crack at it, because nobody really wants their bike falling off the back of their car. But that said, let's get on with it.